Hi, I'm Cheryl Rowling, an independent Stampin' Up! Demonstrator from Ontario, Canada. Thank you for joining me today. Don't worry about sizes and supplies for this card as they are attached to the video. This is the card we're going to be making today. It's a thank you card with a Celebrate Sunflower stamp set. Just put that aside. As I said, we're going to use Celebrate Sunflowers, and we're also going to use the Good Morning Magnolia, but it's only the thanks. And if you want to change this, you could make it into a birthday card or any kind of card that you need. It will work. I also use the Scripty 3D embossing folder. Let me see if you can see that. It is just a script, and I really like it. I think it adds just a little elegance to the card. And I use the stitched rectangle die set, and I use the third and the fourth largest for this, if that makes sense to everybody. An envelope, and then you need Whisper White 5.5 by 8.5 scored at 4 1/4, just 4 1/4. This is Early Espresso, and it's 5 3/8 by 4 1/8, and you also need a 3 1/4 by 3 1/4 square piece of cardstock so that you can die cut this sunflower. This is soft suede, and it is embossed with the embossing folder, and it is 5 1/4 by 4. And this is for the inside. It's 5 1/4 by 4. This is Daffodil Delight, and it's 4 3/4 by 3 1/4. And you also need a 3 1/4 by 3 1/4 piece so that you can die cut this out of it. Put that there. Now this has been, both of these I used the die cuts, the stitched rectangle dies on, and this piece, the Whisper White, is 4 1/4 by 3, plus you'll need scraps for doing the leaves. I also use blends to color, but I also use my inks, Early Espresso for the salutation, Mossy Meadow for the leaves, and soft suede to color the flower. Now, this is a quick and easy way to do the, whoops, put that down for a minute till I get this lined up. Let me see, right there. I look for these 3 leaves that are going sideways, and then right beside them is 3 leaves together. So when I find that, then I know it lines up. So what I've done is I've taken my blending brush. Now you can use the blending brush. I will show you how to do that, and you can also use Q-tips. Just like that, because you want the center just a little bit darker than the rest. Just like that. Excuse me. And then you want it quite a bit darker, just so it stands out a little bit, just like that. And then what I did was get it and then just go out from the center. So it kind of like they're showing the petals, but you're not doing all the coloring of the flowers. Like I also have video of this stamp set that I colored all the petals, and it took a little bit longer to do, but this one is just so quick and easy when you do this. And then I just kind of spread that out a little bit, got a little bit darker. Now it doesn't look like much like that, but once you get your, this die, the outline die, and attach it, see how nice that looks? And you wouldn't know that you did it in such a short amount of time. Now, what I'm going to do is grab, where did I put it? There it is. I have a little sponge, and I have a clip on it, and then I just take some glue, and then I get it on there. I flip this over, and then I'm not going all the way to the edge, so it's got a little bit of lift on the edge, and then I'm going to put it down just like that, and then I'm going to burnish it, and it still has a little bit of lift on the edge. Yeah, see, just like that. It's got it all the way around. Now, and I always keep this in a sealed container. It's not Tupperware. It's just cheap from the dollar store kind of container. Now I'll put that aside, and I sprayed it to give it some oomph. Now I spray it with Frost White, put in a spray bottle that is filled with alcohol, and you spray, put a few drops in. Like I use a big bottle because I use this so much that I need the larger. I don't want to keep making it every day. So, and then I just spray it, and then we will set this aside. Do you see the shimmer that it has? I don't know if you can see it on the camera, but if you, I don't know, you might be able to see it, but if not, trust me, it is really pretty. So these two. Now you can use your cotton ball if you want, or any kind of blending, but I really like these blending brushes along the side, just antiquing this a little bit. I love the vintage look on my cards. So I don't know if you can see it on the camera, but it's just a little bit of color, and it just, I don't know, does something to my heart. I love it. All the way around, and I'm sure you can see the rectangular stitched around this, the stitches around the rectangular dies. That's what I'm trying to say, because it just, doing this just makes them pop a little bit, which is kind of cool. Just like that. Now this is, I'm doing this in soft suede, all the way around, just like that. And I'm also doing this one too. Now you're not going to see very much of it because it's the same color. This is soft suede, and I'm putting on soft suede, but it just gives a little bit. Now you don't have to if you don't want to. It's purely up to you, but I chose to add a little bit. It's a little bit darker there. You can see, maybe not in the camera, but I can see a difference. And it doesn't take that long, so I personally thought it was well worth the time and effort to do that. Okay, now put that aside. And get my now this is almost dried, and what you do is, because it's the silicone mat, it literally just rolls up. Can you see that? Just like that. So it's clean, and I can go right on top of this without a problem. And glue this down. Trying to make sure it's on the right. Doesn't matter because I can switch it around, but I like to put it on so that I know that that is up. So when I go to do anything, it's there. It's on the proper. Now, get out my early espresso. Let's move things over here. Get my silicone mat out of the way. And this is the thanks from Good Morning Magnolia. Now, as I said, you can put any salutation on here that you want. But this is my thank you card for November. Get that out of the way. So I'm going to put this together. Oops, it's off the side. Just like that. And there's my ribbons. This is my Seal Plus. I really like it for putting ribbons on. It has such a great hold. So I just put that across, put it around to the back, and do, whoops, it's stuck to my fingers. There we go, just like that. Then I can, oops, put this around. Just like that. Okay, there it is. And I made sure that was the right side up for the script. And stick that down. Now we're going to, oops, put that aside. We're going to put something away that I need. This is my blender pen, and what, stay over there. We're using Mossy Meadow, and I am stamping one big leaf, and I'm stamping the two little leaves that are together. Might just as well stamp it that way. Now I'm going to close this up because I don't want it all over my fingers. And then I'm taking the blender pen, and then I'm just going to go like this and color it in. And it's just a lighter shade of the Mossy Meadow, and I didn't have to get out anything at all. It's just my blender pen. No markers, no other form of coloring. And look at how pretty that is. It's just colored, but it's not overly done. Just like that, easy. Now you have to go all over and make sure that that ink is out of your pen before you put it away. Now the Stampin' Up, oopsie. There are 2 dies for these. Yep, there are. Get them off. There's that one there. Yeah, you can't see that. And this one here. And then I just run it through my my die cut machine. And for the flower, it's this one for the yellow, and this one for the early espresso. This is such a cute set. I love this Celebrate Sunflower set. And I have die cut these out so that it will be quicker for the video. There we go. So what I did was I took my mat here, silicone mat, and my Seal Plus, and then I just put that down, and then I did the same for these. And I put one over here that's not touching the ribbon, and then I put this one here that is over top of the ribbon. Now I have my flower, and I am, whoopsie, that was close. Okay, this way. There's a little bit of a straight edge there, so I used that so that I could get more of the leaf showing, but you really don't have to. That was just my choice. You can do whatever you want. Now, got glue on my finger. Now we're going to take an 8-inch piece of ribbon, and we're going to wrap it. Hang on to it, Cheryl. Wrap. Okay, I forgot. I've done this before, but you put the ribbon behind, you bring the ribbon all the way around, you go to the center, you pull up, and then you take it to the back, and then you tie it. I've been doing this for so many years, I just sometimes don't think that I should explain it because not everybody can remember or knows how I do it. So there you go. And you just pull it, and like I always pull it, like I want my the excess ribbon to go this way, so I always pull it in that direction. I pulled it tight, and then I pull it down so that it's going in the direction I want. See, it's going down like that. It's not going straight out. I want it down like that. Now I'm going to cut the excess off. My granddaughter took my good scissors for ribbon. Oops, a little bit. There we go. Let's get rid of those. And I use glue dots, and I use 2 because I find one, if you only use one, it moves back and forth. But with 2, it's stationary. just like that. One, it would move like this, but since I have it on one on both sides, it can't do that. Now you just fluff up your ribbon a little bit and perfect. Now what I'm going to do is glue this onto our card base. Oops, I don't think that's been burnished very well. There we go. Much better. Just like that. Make sure all sides are equal. And you do have wiggle room to, with the liquid glue, to move back and forth. But just like that. And then these are my sequins for everything. That's what it is. I keep forgetting what they're called. And I just put a dot of glue. I'm gonna put it up there this time because that ribbon is different. And then I take your pick tool and whoops, that's the wrong one. This is a silver one, and I put it there. And then I'm going to do 2 gold ones. One. Sometimes they're upside down in the container, so you just grab them and then you move them around. Just like that. And then we're going to stamp the center. What did I do with that? There we go. Let's put this back out of the way. Don't want any problems with that. Just stamping this, and I don't know who I'm going to send all these cards to, so I leave the salutation till I decide who it's going to be. So this is Momento ink, and now I have my blends, and this is the bronze blend. And I'm just doing the center in it. Just like that. Doesn't take a long time to do this. And then I'm doing, this is Mango Melody. And I'm just doing see the detail work that Stampin' Up! Puts into the art work? Like it's got the little lines, and I'm just going over those so that it gives it some depth. It's not hard to do because they've done all the work for us in doing the lines and showing the dark and the light. So we just have to follow their lead and do a little bit. And these blends are awesome. I love these blends because they blend so nicely. It all blends in together, and you don't have to do hardly anything. With the straight markers, you get light spots and dark spots, and it doesn't look as pretty as when you do these. I just find the blends save me a lot of work because they just blend so beautifully. sure has changed in the weather lately. Wow. It's like you want to put on your woolies. Now this is Old Olive. And it is the dark Old Olive. And then I'll take the light Old Olive and I will blend that in. This was Mango Melody dark first, and then I did the light, and it just blends it so beautifully. Just like that. And you've got your inside done. And all you have to do is put a salutation there, and you have accomplished all you need to do on the inside of your card. Put these aside so I've got more room to work. It just makes it so much easier. And all we have to do is the envelope, and it's basically the same. Now I'm going to show you two different envelopes because I have two different envelopes for this. Somehow I got some glue there, so I just take my glue eraser and go over top of this. It has to dry first. Make sure it's dry. And then it just rubs off, just like that. Perfect. Now, there's my Momento. Hold it there to transfer the ink. I've got a hair. That's not good. And just hold it there. See? Comes out good every time. Oh, excuse me. Now, what I have done, because I'm using the blends again, I have put a piece of scrap paper behind here because this bleeds through. And so you don't want it on the back. You just want it on here. So by putting the piece of paper in there, it stops that from happening. So we're just going to be doing this again. I will quickly, don't need to have me dragging this on long while I color these, but just to show you what it's like. Cheryl. So is everybody getting ready for Christmas? We've got a few things up for Christmas. The outside decorations were there for the storm yesterday. I think Bill had to go and put them back up again. They did not like to stay where they were put in that wind. It was a huge storm, at least here, with the wind. Poor decorations. We have ornaments hanging on the outside tree, and they were almost sideways with the wind. And you look out, and are they going to hang on? Let's hope they hang on and don't go flying down the road and hit some somebody else's house or hit a vehicle, cause damage. That would not be good at all. But they all hung on. I was so pleased. There we go. Now, my goodness, can't seem to get it. There you go. Thanks so much for watching. If you enjoyed this video, please like and share, as this helps me grow my channel. If you could leave a comment, that would be wonderful, as I love to see where you're watching from. If you aren't already subscribed, please click the subscribe button and hit the notifications so you will know when I post a new video. If you don't already have a Stampin' Up! Demonstrator, I would love to help you out. My contact information is attached to this video. And again, I thank you for joining me today. Have a lovely day. Bye now.